Friday Night Blitz Preseason Special on Newswatch 12, presented by Abby's Legendary Pizza.
Welcome to a new season of Friday Night Blitz. We're so excited to get another season started at the desk talking some high school football.
Yes, we are. It was a long summer and now the fun begins. The start of a new season brings so many possibilities for the teams across Southern Oregon and Northern California.
Before the 2024 season kicks off, let's give you a little preview into what you can expect this year from the 28 teams we cover in the area.
Let's get the night started with 6A and the South Medford Panthers. Longtime Panthers head coach Bill Singler is entering into his 27th year at the helm. Coach Singler helped to lead South to a 9-4 overall record and a 4-3 league record, finishing the year as runner-up in the Columbia Cup.
The Panthers graduated 20 seniors last season. Singler expressing the difficult opponents within 6A play, but focusing on making sure those varsity rookies become seasoned vets.
We're just trying to set goals that that we can attain each week, and if we do that, then we're getting better. And then maybe at the end we'll look around and say, "Hey, we made the playoffs." So we're just worried about game one. We have a tough opener on the road against LO, and so from that standpoint, we know we have our hands full, and it's a terrific opponent. So we'll worry about that game, and then we'll go on to the next game and the next game, and by that time we get to the end of the year, maybe we'll be a better football team.
The North Medford Black Tornado are coming off a 7-1 overall record with their season cut short in the first round of playoffs.
North Medford lost some key seniors last year, but welcomes back upperclassmen that have been in varsity program for years. Head coach Nathan Chin spending the preseason speaking to his team about the importance of controlling the game on both sides of the ball.
I expect us to continue to play the game the way we've played it. We're a physical football team. We live on the physicality of the game. Defensively, we've been a team that that attacks, creates turnovers. One of the sayings in our program is the ball is a program. And we want to make sure that we have the ball. When we're on defense, and that we score on offense. So.
The Grants Pass Cavemen struggled in the 2023 season, ending 2-8 overall. For the Cavemen, this season is a year to execute on the work they put in during the offseason.
Grants Pass enters the season with a huge class of 25 seniors. Head coach Brad Page saying his team is using last year's difficult season as motivation for this trip around.
Similar season that was rough. But they took all that experience into the next season, and so I'm really optimistic about that. These guys, they have a sour taste in their mouth. They're naturally motivated, and so that's a huge positive. They got a ton of great reps and a ton of experience in all sorts of weather against some of the best teams in the state.
That wraps it up for our 6A teams, but let's move into 5A. Two teams to watch out for this season in the league.
Eagle Point and Crater representing Southern Oregon. The Eagles and the Comets both on a mission to stand out in a tough 5A squad. The Eagle Point Eagles are coming off a solid 5-2 league record, hoping to build off that and make a deeper run in the playoffs.
Eagle Point graduated some great athletes on both sides of the ball, but head coach Eric Johnson said his returners are stepping up to fill those roles, adding in that the underclassmen are starting to buy in, living up to the high expectations.
You'll lose some good players, and you're just expecting the veterans to step up and lead, and hopefully pick up those guys that don't have a lot of experience. The quicker they learn, the better we're going to be. Every year you're in a program, the consistency gets better and better, and then some of the underclassmen that are turning upperclassmen, they are bought in, and then they just know the expectations, and like I said, just progresses every year.
Over at Crater, the Comets are heading into year 2 under head coach Seth Womack. The boys in orange and black are in a great position heading into the season, having only graduated 5 seniors.
Crater with plenty of experience in every position group. Coach says they plan to hit the ground running and start the season off with some dubs.
Our schedule isn't easy again this year, but the good thing is our kids have really worked hard this offseason, and they're committed to winning. They're committed to doing what's necessary to do that, and that's shown by, again, their performance in the weight room and our team camp over the summer. We've had great attendance, and so I think just their drive and their motivation internally that, we're going to come out, and start winning right off the bat.
Coming up on Friday Night Blitz Preseason Special, we'll take a trip around the region from the basin to the coast.
A preview you won't want to miss. Stick with us.
The Friday Night Blitz on Newswatch 12.
Are you tired of getting less for your money? At Abby's, our founders placed over 100 slices of pepperoni on a giant pizza, and 60 years later, they haven't changed a thing. Order real value at Abby's.com.
Hot Tub. Major lines of new 2024 inventory at phenomenal prices. Today and tomorrow. Jackson County Expo. Large selection of hot tubs and swim spas to choose from. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs at low monthly payments. Save thousands. Come see the revolutionary new swim spa in action at exceptional prices. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Jackson County Expo. Free parking. Free admission. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
It's Toyota's national sales event. Swipe into end of summer fun with an exciting new Toyota. Whether you're paddleboarding in a RAV4, mountain biking in a Tacoma, or tubing with your best friends in a Camry, you'll find plenty to post about all summer long.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Tacoma for just $389 a month. See your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Come in today. Ooh, like.
Toyota, let's go places.
We love family night at Hellgate Jetboat Excursions.
Because family night is kids' night. And on Wednesdays, kids' dinner excursions are half off. With our busy schedules, us kids could really use a night out. And our parents would totally appreciate that kids are half off, right?
Oh yeah! We'll ride the jet boat, see wildlife, and hang on for super fun spins. Plus, we'll get to take home an adventure pack.
So come on, Karens. Book now at hellgate.com.
Right now, fresh and juicy tomatoes are in season. That's why Abby's is celebrating summer with a special pizza covered edge to edge with beef and Canadian bacon. And if you want it covered with fresh tomatoes, they'll do that too. Enjoy Abby's August special pizza at a very special price.
Welcome back to Friday Night Blitz Preseason Special on Newswatch 12, presented by Abby's Legendary Pizza.
We still have a lot of teams to run through tonight, so let's dive right back into 4A.
Lots of changes for a few teams in 4A, including faces at the helm.
The coaching carousel hit Klamath Falls following last season and bringing a new perspective to the league. After a historic season with Henley leading the Hornets to an undefeated year and a 4A state championship for the first time since 1982, head coach Alex Stork stepped down, taking on more of an assistant coaching role to focus on his new and growing family.
Stork and the Hornets named Matt Green as head coach in January. Green joined the Hornets coaching staff in 2018, ending the 2023 season as an O-line coach.
Coach Green says nothing much is changing this season, and the boys are hungry to get back to work and maybe even go back to back.
Nothing really changes here. We're going to do the same culture, same offense, same defense. And nothing really changes here with the coaching staff that we have. We brought everybody back, so that's where we're going to be. We're here to work. This last season's last season, and we're here to play this year. They're humble and hungry. That's our motto: is be humble and hungry.
Mazama also experiencing a coaching turnover this season. Former head coach Vic Lee stepped down after an 11-year run leading the Vikings to an 85-24 overall record.
Orland Culp is taking over one of the most dominant football programs in the state, a team he knows well and has been a part of alongside Coach Lease. Culp says he's keeping the culture the same, focusing on staying disciplined and playing the Viking way.
Our biggest expectation of ourselves is that we're going to continue to be a disciplined program. You know, Coach Lee did such a great job with his staff, getting the kids to play at a real disciplined level. That's going to be the number one criteria for us. Are we going to maintain that discipline, demeanor, how we do things, so that we're doing them the Viking way, Then the other part of it is we have to hustle and play physical. And if we can do those things, then we're going to compete every week.
The Klamath Union Pelicans stepping into another season with yet another new coach. Josh Overstreet's now heading the 2024 team, bringing a new sense of energy and enthusiasm to the group.
Overstreet is coming in with new ideas and a new coaching staff, basically wiping the program clean and building from the ground up. Overstreet believes this new direction will lead to more success this season.
A lot of new. Our model is kind of a new direction. We're installing, just starting the classroom, being in school, being in attendance, kind of fixing that, and carrying it to the field, being well detailed on offense, defense, being disciplined on both sides of the ball, and it's kind of a whole new idea of just playing the game the right way. And I think by doing that, we're going to have it'll lead to its own success.
Second-year head coach David Zahir and the Mustangs hoping to turn things around this upcoming season after finishing 2-7 overall.
Hidden Valley leaning on leadership from their upperclassmen to energize the team throughout the season. Coach speaking about what his expectations are for this season.
I expect us to compete. I want to win a division title and I want to go deep into the playoffs. But it's me wanting it doesn't mean a thing. We got to go get it, and we got to take every game every week seriously. If we bring that with us this year, we're going to have a chance to be a lot more successful.
Over in the Grizzly Den, the Ashland football program is coming off a 6-4 season and hoping to build off that finish. However, this year's team will look a little different after losing 11 seniors.
Returners and newcomers will need to step up and fill in the roles that are missing. The coach says he's excited about the returning pieces he has and the young talent that will emerge.
We did a lot of talking about the team just being different. It doesn't mean it's worse or better or whatever. We're just different. We don't have the same athlete types. We've got pieces in critical areas. We just have, some younger or less experienced guys in some of those things. They just got to step up. But I like those returning pieces that we have. And like I said, we'll just be different.
As for 3A, the mission is simple. Build your team similar to the team you want to beat.
That team being the reigning state champions in Cascade Christian. Many teams focusing on how they can mock the dynasty of the challengers.
Easier said than done.
Cascade Christian returning to prepare themselves to be in a position for another jab at the state title. The back-to-back state champions have a new face under center in Derek Farmer.
Looking to keep things simple but effective. Head coach John Getman knows what it takes to build a team on and off the field.
To me, the same thing I say is grow week to week. I mean, you want to come out and really execute at a high level your first game, but more importantly, you want to see them grow week 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 and so on from there. And then together as a team, how unified, how much are they going to care about one another and step up and lead the team.
The St. Mary's Crusaders are back to work under head coach Jamie Young. St. Mary's was a young team in 2023, and Coach Young says it's the same story this year.
While the Crusaders have a lot of work to do and every practice will be important, the resiliency and determination this group has will show this season.
The young kids out there, we are returning, fortunate that we have some sophomores returning that got a lot of experience last year, but they're still relatively young. So great group of kids are doing everything we've asked them to do over the summer, and I thought we had a pretty successful team camp. We have a lot of football in front of us, and so we've got a lot of work to do, and every practice is pretty darn important.
North Valley coming off of a successful season last year, ending in the quarterfinals. The Knights looking to keep that same momentum heading into the season.
Head coach Neil DeForest saying his team is starting to feel like the old days and are leaning on athleticism and speed to race their way through a tough 3A league.
I think every week we probably could have lined the two teams up, whoever we were playing and ourselves, and I think a lot of teams would have picked the other team on a blind test, but our kids, they didn't back down. It was just a gritty, tough group of kids. It's kind of looking more normal. We got our gritty kids, but there's a little bit more athleticism, I think, and overall team speed.
Phoenix is back on their pirate ship with second-year head coach Charlie Hall at the helm. The Pirates have not won a game in 1,700 days. This would scare some coaches, but Coach Hall is heading in with excitement.
The Pirates have a strong group of returners who know the playbook and their coaches and work well together as a team. Phoenix just has to focus on their execution and let the rest fall into place.
I'm excited because, one is that there's continuity. We have all of our coaching staff is back. We've had some really good staff members to our staff to help that. I just see just a renewed dedication with our players. Our numbers are up. We have 16 seniors. It's amazing, now that they understand the culture, they understand the expectations, how much they're excited. They take pride in what they're doing right now. So it's a big shift in how their approach is for the season.
The Red Devils are aiming for another winning season this year.
Finishing 5-4 last season with a complete league schedule, Coquille will welcome back some younger talent this season.
The Red Devils won't kick off league play until October, giving the team plenty of time to adjust their playbook in September.
Coquille will open the year at home, hosting North Valley. Brookings Harbor entering this season with a new mentality, and that's sticking to the basics. The Bruins ended last year 1-8 overall.
Only facing league opponents last season, the Bruins will get a break from the strict schedule this year. The Bruins will be on the road for 4 out of their first 5 games, starting the year off at Phoenix on September 6th.
Brookings Harbor will close out the year on the road as well against Douglas. The Lakeview Honkers are coming off an incredible season under head coach Jeff Graham, who is entering into his 2nd year with Lakeview.
Coach Graham led the Honkers to a 9-2 overall record and 8-1 league play, ending their season with a loss in the quarterfinals to South Umpqua.
Coach Graham says the Honkers still have to earn their spot in 3A, but last season's success wasn't accidental.
Thing that we want to do this year is show that we can earn it and stay up at the top, that last year wasn't a fluke. You know, we have a great group of kids coming in. We're pretty excited and enthused. I think the turnout is going to be more kids than we had last year. A lot of people want to come out and play, and yeah, there's just a lot of enthusiasm.
Coming up on the Friday Night Blitz preseason special, movement within 2A and 1A during the offseason.
How teams are preparing for a new challenge is coming up next.
Closed captioning is provided as a public service of Newswatch 12.
It's time to save on a healthy night's sleep during the Labor Day sale at Medford Mattress. Store-wide savings on all in-stock mattresses. Discover the full line of Beauty Rest with advanced cooling technology and the super comfortable Beauty Rest Black. Great sleep is a luxury you deserve. If you want to save on a healthy night's sleep without all the pressure and games, now's your chance during the Labor Day sale. Only at Medford Mattress, downtown Medford, where quality is not costly.
Hot Tubs. Hot Tub. Hot Tub. Major lines of new 2024 inventory at phenomenal prices. Today and tomorrow. Jackson County Expo. Large selection of hot tubs and swim spas to choose from. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs at low monthly payments. Save thousands. Come see the revolutionary new swim spa in action at exceptional prices. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Jackson County Expo. Free parking. Free admission. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Hey Oregon, it's your cool dad. Let's have a little talk. I know, every summer it feels like the same routine. Summer weather leaves our state hot and dry, and our outdoor activities can accidentally spark a wildfire. We just need everyone to make sure that doesn't happen, okay? Whether we're having a campfire, mowing the lawn, or driving the car, we just have to be careful. That means you too, buddy. So let's put on that smoky hat and keep Oregon green.
We were in Roseburg in the early 80s. Our oldest son, Dan, was a defensive back, a starter on that team. They in fact, became Oregon State champions, setting the first undefeated 14-0 season in Oregon's history. And our kids still talk about that. I go back now, too, and I think about all those great days and great times. The neat thing is that we can go back in today and still enjoy the same quality food that we enjoyed 50 years ago. That's legendary.
Welcome back to Friday Night Blitz Preseason Special on Newswatch 12, presented by Abby's Legendary Pizza.
Welcome back, and thanks for sticking with us. We're going to finish the night off with our 2A and 1A schools.
A few changes for some of our teams in their classifications. Back-to-back state champions, the Lost River Raiders are moving from 1A 8-man to 2A 9-man.
With a new season and a new classification, anything can happen. But for the Raiders, Coach Dunley is welcoming the challenge in, and the Raiders are only focused on themselves.
There's been a lot of questions about the new league, the new division, and for us, there's not a tremendous amount of difference. There are some schematic things because it's 8 to 9. Obviously, I've been doing this for a long time, and all of our coaches we've been doing this together for a while. So we're, more worried about ourselves than the other guys, and just, I think, emphasizing being fundamentally sound and being, good tacklers.
And joining the Raiders in 2A play are the Bonanza Antlers.
The Antlers finished their 2023-2024 season with a 4-6 overall record and a 2-3 league record, ending the season off in round 1 of state playoffs.
Coach Kelly Grief expressing his excitement to have one more defensive player on the field this season as they begin their journey in 2A.
I think that might play into our favor a little bit, having a guy that kind of goes sideline to sideline, and being able to kind of double team certain receivers or come into the box with a strong running game, stuff like that. So I thought defensively last year we had a lot of good games, and I think this year we should be able to kind of build on that.
And the Gold Beach Panthers are coming off an impressive year, finishing last season 8-3 overall.
After falling in the quarterfinals to Lowell, the Panthers are ready to hit the ground running again this year.
Lost 13 seniors after last season, so we are young. We have a very good, solid group of sophomores that are coming up. They have learned the culture of the weight room and the hard work that it takes to play. And I mean, I like what I've seen out of them this summer in the weight room. I know that they're going to show up, work hard, and compete, and that's going to be bright for our future.
The Illinois Valley Cougars are back after a finish in the 2A quarterfinals. Head coach Jonathan Reese stepping into his third year at the helm and is continuing to perfect his playbook.
With dynamic leaders on offense and a sturdy defensive line, Coach Reese has high hopes for another winning record in the 2024 season.
Going into this year, I think these kids have really bought into what I'm trying to do, and I mean, their just work ethic has been awesome this last week at camp and everything. So it's just kind of showed that what we're doing is going the right direction.
The Rogue River football team had a tough 2023 season with only one win on the year, but the Chieftains are heading into a promising future with new head coach Mike Braxton.
Coach Braxton implementing many changes and focusing on developing a culture that keeps the guys accountable and disciplined.
Just trying to implement a lot of structure. They didn't seem to have too much last year. Changing the culture, that's been going on, and trying to build off of that and hold accountability is our number one goal this year.
Over in 1A 8-man, the Chiloquin Panthers are heading into year 2 with head coach Brandon Holgan. The Panthers struggled in the 2023 season, ending with an 0-8 record.
The Panthers have a clean slate this year, and coach said there will be continuity with the offense and defensive schemes, putting his team in a position for success.
The great thing about this season from last season is that there's nothing changing. I just want them to get the offense down, to get our defense down, and just breaking that down again and building them back up to it. Because we had some good moments. We had some good spurts where this play worked, that play worked, this personnel worked, putting this kid in that position worked. And tinkering around with that all season is something that we're going to address early on and try to get these kids in the best possible positions to help us get wins on the board.
Cross Point Christian looking to make a deep run this season. The Warriors ended last year in the first round of the playoffs with an overall record of 3-5.
Head coach Jim Johnson emphasizing the preseason and how important the experience of a veteran core is when the game gets tight.
That the kids that did play there on that stage last year were young and a little inexperienced, and I think they just now will hopefully be able to help the young kids when we get there again, our younger players, to feel comfortable that, hey, we were in your situation last year. We're going to get through this. And then every year we're going to get better. So that's the goal.
Prospect charter Butte Falls made a big jump this offseason from 1A 6-man to 1A 8-man.
Head coach Sean Myers says he's leaning on his team's dedication to the game of football to help make the smooth transition into the season.
Trying to build culture here. It's, I'm rebuilding the whole program, so it's going to be a culture build as well. The dedication and commitment and just the spirit. And
a new year for Gilchrist and the Grizzlies starts now.
The team ending last year 1-8 overall last season. They welcome back a large group of upperclassmen this time around.
The Grizzlies will play a majority of their season against league opponents, starting the season off against Eddyville Charter.
Gilchrist wraps up the year at home hosting their only non-league opponent in Falls City. And heading into Northern California, the Cougars of Weed High School are welcoming in first-year head coach Jake Holzer.
Holzer is looking to grow the culture of the Cougars program while playing competitive football.
First season, we're really simplifying things, getting back to the basics of football. We want to have a strong running game, good stingy defense, and 11 players flying to the ball.
The Wairika Miners are back this season after finishing last season 5-5 overall.
Head coach John Marquez says he's expecting his seniors to lead the way for the underclassmen in a tough Northern California league.
It's just, here it is. Let's make the run and let's get into the playoffs, you know, and that's going to come down to hard work, because our league in the NAL is no joke. We got some powerhouses out there. So, you know, we're here to win, you know, and that's what they're looking at this year.
Clear your schedules. Friday and Saturday nights are packed with football in our region.
We'll tell you how you can spend the season with us next on Friday Night Blitz Preseason Special.
The Friday Night Blitz on Newswatch 12.
Labor Day doorbusters starting at just $1.99 have arrived at Ashley. Quantities are limited, so don't miss your last chance to save big on summer's top styles. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. Only at Ashley in Medford and Roseburg.
After over 30 years in the car and RV business, the owners of Western Auto and RV have decided to retire. From August 14th through the 30th, Western Auto and RV is having a retirement closing business sale. Our wide selection of RVs, fifth wheelers, toy haulers, and trailers all must go. We're closing our store for retirement and health reasons. Don't miss this final sales event at Western Auto and RV, located at 4645 Crater Lake Highway, Medford.
Being injured is bad enough. Then you have to start dealing with the insurance company. Then they'll need more records from your doctor. Then your claim is sent to another office. Then, after all of that, your claim is denied, and you're right back where you started. If you've been seriously injured or have a workers' compensation or disability claim, call Black Chapman, Peterson, and Stevens. There's no fee if there's no recovery. Visit blackchapman.com.
SOGC, competitive golf along with some social interactions. People qualify, they play almost 7 days of golf. The Monday before Labor Day and it ends on Labor Day. You sign up in the golf shop here at the country club, or you can get online at rvcc.com.
Labor Day mattress deals are happening now at Ashley. For a limited time, save up to $1,200 on select mattress purchases. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. Only at Ashley in Medford and Roseburg.
The kickoff to the 2024 high school football season is right around the corner.
And we'll be here all season long, giving you inside access to Southern Oregon and Northern California teams. Join us every Friday night on Friday Night Blitz at 11:15 p.m. right here on Newswatch 12.
And for all things SOU, Oregon, and Oregon State football, stick with us on Saturday at 8 p.m. on College Game Night.
Thank you so much for joining us for our kickoff to the 2024 high school football season.
1 week from tonight, we'll be right back here for Newswatch 12's Friday Night Blitz. Stay connected all football season long by signing up for our weekly sports e-newsletters at kdrv.com. Have a great night. We'll see you this season.